Welcome everybody to another video. This is your host, Fully Armed. Today we are going to be going over the actual PDF macro that a lot of people do run into, especially in the community. What community I'm talking about? Okay, so you come over here to Bee Swarm community. How come I can't see the full name? Anyways, welcome. Bee Swarm macro community. Okay. You come over here, you go to informations over here, you see a lot of information. Not only do you see our video, so thank you Wookie, but you also see the Google Drive over here. If you go to I am not the creator of that PDF, so I didn't want to let you know that. But as you can see here, Wookie, this is his PDF that he created for all you guys, which is wonderful because this PDF has actually helped me. So I just want to give a shout out to Wookie, and I want to give him thanks for creating this PDF, because you know what, when I started, it has helped me and it has helped so many people. I also want to give thanks to each and every single person here in this community, those who are helping people out in the macro help. Every once in a while I go ahead and appear and stuff like that. Also, if you're looking for help, this is the best place to go. Not in the comments of my videos, to be honest, but here in the macro community. That's where there's a macro help. You could share macros, you have groups, ideas. Again, you have a lot of information. You have server macro, community macro, macros that are updated. You have a Google Drive. Look at that. With everything else, I'm going to be having my own Google Drive, or maybe I could talk with them to see if they will put my macros in there, because my macros actually run with Hasty Bee. Okay. But I don't use the Canon a lot and stuff like that. But either way, it works with Hasty Bee. So what I do want to do is go over the guide. Now, I haven't really looked through the guide in a very long time. So today I have it open already, and I just want to go page by page. Let's go page by page. I'm not going to read it all. I'm going to look at it and summarize it. And I do have a lot of videos that already go in depth with a lot of this stuff already. Well, okay, there we go. My mouse is acting weird. Okay, that go online with a lot of stuff, so I might go ahead and reference some videos. Okay, so this is a calibration, how to properly calibrate macros to your screen size, to your computer, because every computer runs different depending on your RAM and your speed. Sometimes you have to change some stuff. Your screen resolution might be different than the other person who made it. So I never grabbed a macro thinking I'm gonna play this and this macro will run 100%. That is impossible. There is no macro it's very rare that I could find a macro that I could play it and it just works amazingly. I'm very tedious, so I love tweaking, get it running and working and moving the way that I like to. And hopefully what I would really like is that people can be able to do the same thing. You grab, for example, one of my macros, or you grab one of ELL macros or anything else like that, and then one of the other macro from one of the many macro creators, and you tune it and you adjust it and make it work for you. But I know to do that is not just as easy as saying that. You have to learn, and that's why these tutorials and everything is coming out. So if you like our stuff, please subscribe, share, let people know about this YouTube page. Okay, so, and it starts off with what I would just say. Many people complain because they're just hoping that it will click and it will go. On this guide, he's using a cactus fly. Okay, so this goes to cactus, and it uses the word fly because it uses the Canon. Okay, and everything else like that. So he just shows a quick picture of that. So this is page 1, right? Screen size. Again, there is no one size fit all. You are going to recalibrate and need to work on your macro. And a lot of times you could take what you got when you got one macro working, you could take a lot of that information and apply it to your other macros, which I've done. Okay, like back check. You get that working, copy and paste it into your other macros. Okay, mouse click location. Your screen has a certain resolution. I go over this in detail in another video. Okay, so let's see what he says here. First key, mouse points, gaming video. Yeah, and I've had this happen where if you put this wrong, what he's saying, by the way, Wookie needs to be updated a little bit. Just teasing you, brother. Now there's 7. So he's talking about if you put your mouse click over the hotbar because you didn't readjust it, and the other person had it here, and you went to a bigger screen and they moved the mouse over here, all of a sudden it's clicking your hotbar stuff. So one of the best things to do, and I know it's going to go over in a section, but I just want to show you real quick, and then we will see it in the PDF. I'm going to open up a macro. Looks like my macro is closed. Okay. So for those who know, I like to put my stuff in the C drive. Since he uses cactus fly, whatever. Let's use cactus. Mine doesn't fly. Mine's walks fast over there. So you have this this one here. Okay. What he's saying is anything that says mouse, command mouse. Don't worry about changing this. Okay. But it's telling you what exactly it does. Find the location you like. Okay. I personally like it somewhere up here. You know, come up here. You press F2. Boom. It records that new coordination. Click OK. I like to grab that same information and just change it in the other one so you don't have to keep doing that F2. Again, however you want to do it. Okay. Right button down. Right button up. You go down your macro. You check all of them. See, this is one that I've changed. This is the location that I love to do. And you know what? My macros run great over there. Be careful where you have it. If you have it here at the left, you could click over here. And you're not really doing anything over here. It'll go in your chat. Okay, so you need to recalibrate your mouse to the position of where your screen is. Okay, I'm going to show you an example because if you had a bigger screen, you see how the numbers change? Boom, that's going on my second screen. Okay, people have different resolutions, bigger, smaller monitors and screens than you. I do have a, I don't want to close it. I do have a complete YouTube, okay, dedicated to that. Today we're dedicated to the PDF, and I'm going to reference that those different YouTube videos because we have them where it goes into complete detail. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Go on the Wookie. Okay, careful. Pick a good location. Press F2. Check the rest of the screen to make sure that you change all the coordinates. Okay. All right. Now we are on. You know, I don't have this open in. Okay, we are on page 3. Oh, I wish this actually showed what page we're on. Oh, there it goes. We are on page 3 of 24. Thank you, computer, for listening to me. Hive orientation. Now, when you go ahead and you start the game, and this is the first time you're using a macro, this might not work. Okay, this is the correct orientation. Now, sometimes you might start in the wrong orientation, but a lot of macros will rotate you 180 degrees. So please be patient. Don't die on me just because you see this on the bottom. Okay, so let me show you that on the macro. Come up here. Okay, reset player. This just make sure that all these buttons are up. Okay, and then here is looking for this image, right? 50. could test the image. Mine's gonna be false because I'm not in the game. Okay. So if you want to test the image, that you don't have to change anything else. Search the whole screen, not a specific region on this one. Okay. This, after it does that, this 4 key presses rotates you 180 degrees. Thank you somebody else for figuring that out. But anyways, that rotates you 180 degrees. Okay. So what does it do? It does this. Actually, it comes over here. Oh, you know what? Let's play the macro. So that way we can, we want to see it in action. Okay. That is a good orientation. Wait. Let's see. What does it do? Yeah, it's just. There you go. And then it goes there. Okay, Control Q. Let's see if we could get a bad orientation. So when you see the bad, one of the things you should do is get ready to press Control Q real quick. Now this is the one time it does not want to go the opposite way. Again, Control Q to stop, Control P to start it again. And for some reason, it doesn't want to rotate my player. Okay, so I stopped you. All right, I'm just gonna do it manually. What's nice is sometimes you could, if you're quick enough, you could. But pretty much you're here, and then. Not if I could do it. And it'll be something like this. Oh boy. And then, you know what? I'm not liking this. You know what? I like to show you guys correctly. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to show you something, a little trick. Okay, so it's going to press D. So before it tries to fix me. Okay, where does it fix me? Here. Yeah, before it rotates me. I'll copy this, paste it here. I'm gonna make this delay 30. So, and we're gonna get it, guys. We're gonna get this. So what I did is, okay, Q. Okay. So, perfect. We got it. So I added the delay just to give me more time to cancel. Now, when you hit Control Q and you open your macro, look, it didn't even get to my delay. So now I could go ahead and delete my delay. So now that we are there, if I test this image, boom, true. Okay. So what you're going to see in a moment is just a quick capture. Pick a section over here. This does need to be 50. This needs to be the whole screen. You want to test it. It tests true. Cool. Okay. It works. Okay. That should rotate you. When you are here in this orientation and you try to test it and it becomes false, you need to redo your image. You need to redo your image till it's true. Okay. Again, I have a whole video dedicated on that too. Okay, so we went over that. Now we are on page 4. And I'm saying the page numbers because when we're going to reference the page numbers of this. Okay, autocorrect. It goes ahead and fixes you, rotates you 180 degrees. So you could go over here. It fixes the image, and we are now in page 5. Fixes the image, just exactly what we were talking about. Here, just now we are in page 6. We captured that box. We tested it. Okay. Now, yeah, if you change road, if you land on the correct orientation, it should go false. I didn't test that, but you could test that if you want. Okay. So now here in page 8, woo, we are flying through this PDF. Okay, we're 15 minutes in, almost 16, but I have a whole video dedicated with complete detail of high slot selection. Okay, now slot 1 next to the Red Canyon, which I tell people is just like it says here, is slot 1. Then from there it goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You buy the ticket shop, the ants place, the Christmas tree, because we're in Beesmas. Okay, that's slot 6. Okay, that's the last slot. I haven't seen anybody who puts the tree number 1. Okay, everybody uses by the Red Canyon. Okay, and just in case, a quick reference. Nope, not you. Okay, quick reference. See Anon right here, who's doing nothing but slacking. Slacker. You are a slacker. See, look, she listened to me. Went to work. Who's mackering right now? Okay. I think Pepperfield. That's hive slot 1. Red Canyon. Hive slot 1, 2, 3. The one that I always use, 4, 5, 6. Here's a Christmas tree. Here's 20B section. Here's the ant ticket, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So that's that. So you should not get that confused. Let's see, back to the PDF. Now we got that thing there. It says double click the delay after the comment. Yeah, most people do have a comment, but every once in a while you do not find the comment. Again, go to the video and we'll give you a lot of detail. But since these have comments, it tells you, boom, this one has a comment. Over here, depending on what hive slot, what to use. Since I don't use the Red Canyon, mine look slightly different than I think it's ELL macro, or whichever one Wookie is using. It could even be his, and I'm referencing somebody else. So sorry about that if I messed that up. But anyways, here it is, and I tell you exactly what you need to do. So if I want to change it, this delay that he's talking about, usually between 2 letters, DD or AA. This delay usually always has a comment. Is the delay after all these O's? Okay, D and A is what you need. You need to change that delay depending on the hive slot that you're in. Mine is slightly different because I made slightly adjustments and I didn't update my comment. Okay. Well, anyways, as you saw, click on the command. This definitely works if you're using the Canon. Okay. Now the Canon is usually, let me see if he has it on his. Yes, the Canon usually has a W first, and then it has a DD on it. It doesn't have A's. It just has W and DD. W goes forward, and then DD shoots you up. So for everyone who's using a Red Cannon, this is perfect for that. Okay, hive slot 1, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Okay, if you need to make it a little longer for whatever reason, you can. I find that pretty much works well. So the W, what it does is that you're here on your hive slot, right? Nice and pretty, and then W, and then D. That's my haste activated. Okay, here W goes there. And then your D moves you. Yep, it's about 4,000 from here to here. Then it jumps, wee, and then it goes to E. And then it does some crazy stuff and lands you where you need to land. Okay. All right, back to the PDF. Hit OK when you're done. That was page 9. Page 10, repeat cycles. In this section, it repeats the cycle that you run. Okay, too low, yep, you won't collect a lot of pollen. Too high, you do have that issue of running into other fields. So what I recommend to do is leave it the way you have it when you first get it. See how many times it takes you to get your bag full. Like a Beesmas, it takes a lot longer to get your bag full. Okay, and then make adjustment. You know, get the average, do whatever you need to do, or just keep it. And if you don't really care about runoff, right, just keep it and everything else like that. Now, just to show you that on the macro real quick, I come over here. This one is repeat 40. Again, double click, change the number you repeat. What is it repeating? It's repeating this section all the way up to where it says end repeat. Okay, it does all of that. Now this section is just circling the field. Okay, so that way your bag collects. Okay, as you saw, this is page 11. As you saw, the repeat, you saw how to change it. I showed you that already. Click R. Okay, I didn't know this because usually mine is under 40 or under. You can adjust this value higher, but it's advised not to go over 50. Actually, I might have one that goes over 50. I'm just gonna open for fun thumbnail. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure I don't want to save anything. Oh, no, it's repeat 50. Okay. I actually thought I changed that to repeat 100. But I changed that to repeat 50 because it does nail for me also. But I did edit it, so pretty much I almost say in the same spot 50 times. I do bigger circles, but I end up almost in the same spot, even if my haste kicks in. I actually have a little trick to haste. Maybe I'll post it in one of the videos. Okay, so that covers that. Bag check. Okay, what is your bag? Real quick, your bag is your backpack, or what I like to also refer to. See these numbers here? As you collect pollen, it fills up. Okay, or your pollen bar. When it's full, it's full. You want your macro to end. So this does a check on your macro. Okay, this color is the color red, that bright red. Okay, so all your pixel color should be there, and it tells you what we're gonna do. So this, right, once your backpack is full, this right here, your bag check, will reset your player, so you can start the macro all over again. Okay, so you go maximize how much honey and pollen you collect. Okay, so how to calibrate and picture it. Okay, I do have a whole video dedicated on that also, but I did want to go over real quick. Again, you can read the PDF. We have that information here. You can thank you to Wookie. I'm trying to find, let me find my back check. Okay, back check. What he's saying is that I don't think my bag is full right now. All right, anywhere close. Okay, what I'm trying to do is just get my bag full a little bit higher, so when I get out of the field, it will look full. Because it might take me a moment to get to 110. Again, I just sitting down creating these videos. You know, that is what I'm doing. Okay, cool. We're at where we want to be. So I get off over here. Go to the macro. See this nice bright red? Is that bright red? See the number he had in the video? Is that number of that bright red? Okay. If you want to use the coordination, you hit capture. You come over here till you find a nice red like that. You hit, your F2 button. Sometimes the color may look the same, but it should, if it's the correct one, it should always be this number. Don't not change this. Make sure that when you pick that color, it falls to be that color. Do not come over here. Let's say you capture something else in the section. You say, oh well, that looks, I'm in the section that you told me to. You know what? When you test it, it's false. Okay. Make sure you find that beautiful red, capture it, test it. It should be true. Okay. If I come over here and I test, did it save mine? Oh. Sometimes you have to just move your mouse, just like throw your mouse in a section and hope to get that red. Okay, there we go. There we go. And so if I test it, it works. And every time I test it, from now on, forever more, it will work. Okay. I have a video on that, and I have also another way of doing it. I'm not sure if it's covered on this PDF, but just wanted to let you know. There you go. Click. I showed you how to do that. Now, hover your mouse over, which we did, ideally. And I just said, just move it, just tap it, right? He likes to pick the end, but really that red will only show up anywhere when it's full. Otherwise, it will not show up. See, he uses a bigger screen than I do. Okay, so his mouse was beyond even bigger than this screen right now in this picture. Okay, so that's how you calibrate that. Page 14. Now we're in page 15. Honey convert. Okay, in this section is the hive stop. After returning to the hive, this bit of script makes E minus honey. So you character walk past the hive slot when properly calibrated. It will stop at your own hive slot, converting pollen into honey. I don't use this. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know I do not use this. But what he's saying is that he's telling you to use this key down. So you're gonna press A. Calibrate hive stop. You know what? I might be make honey. Okay. Hit capture that. Make honey. So what it's saying is that if it sees this image, right, go ahead and convert, which means pretty much it's telling you to empty bag or empty your bloom. Okay, so you guys could mess around with that. I haven't done that, but this section is hive convert. So when you go to your hive, you will convert. This section is the hive stop. After returning to the hive, this bit of screen does a check for the E honey blue as your character walks past the hive slot. When properly calibrated, it will stop at your own hive slot 1 through 3 only and start converting your pollen into honey. See? Pollen will appear, and it tells you how to do that so that way you can capture. If this doesn't work, it tells you how to fix that, make little adjustments. Right, so you could start calibrating. I'm a white hive player, so we boost a lot, and I don't convert at my hive. I haven't needed to, but I know I did want to check it out because I do want to do a complete video on exactly this, converting at the hive. So thank you, Wookie, for having that. Again, I haven't done it, but I will definitely use the information that is provided here. Now, combining macros. Okay, there's two different ways of doing it. Let me see. Utilize player macro. Okay, player macro, what he's talking about is you go to where you want to play the other macro. For example, you can finish this macro, and at the end of this macro, I would put a delay, and I will go here, and I will go play another macro command. Okay, it will tell me where do you want that macro. Well, when I'm done with my stump, I'll run it to one pineapple, and I can put my pineapple there. Okay, and you will see it there. Okay. I do have a great video on that, not only on combining macros, which is the easy part, but also on what is some macro and which is better. So you should definitely check that out. Next, play and repeat for the next macro. You see, he has it where you play a macro here, then you play another macro, you throw comments, you tell it what to do. Yeah, a lot of comments is great. So when you open up the macro, you know what you did, you know what you changed, you know what you modified. Hope this calibration. Yes, Wookie. Thank you again. I am going to be, and I'm in all honesty, I am going to be looking into this hive convert, so you guys will see one of these days a video on hive convert. I have, again, I'm sorry, I have not done it because I have had no need for it. I'm a blue hive. Yes, I could use the blessing, but I convert well enough now anyway. So that will be coming soon. For all of you who don't know and you are looking at this video, you know, while we're here, again, they have their wonderful channel called Bee Swarm Macro Community. The link is below. If you go to information, great information. Thank you, Wookie, for posting my videos and my information and the guides that we are making. And I'm glad that we were able to make this guide on exactly the PDF. Hopefully the director will know how to put page numbers and put them where they need to go so that people could click on them even faster and everything else like that. But please be patient with us. Still a lot of learning curve, posting videos and doing all this work. But anyways, just showing our channels, combining macros versus sub macroing, sprinkler placement and hotbar. Here's your back check, right? Pollen bar full, what I was talking about, your images, how to capture them. Here's your if, else, and if statements. And here is another basic macro overview and calibration information. This was actually the first video I make. This is without seeing the calibration guide. This video is actually what started everything. And I was actually talking to the team today, and I'm like, I can't believe how much views this one has compared to this one. But either way, I hope that you guys enjoy the comment. Please like, share, let other people know about these videos that are coming out. Each week we're trying to post a few videos. We're trying to, you know, blow up this page and get that information. So please subscribe and share. We hope that you enjoyed today's video. Thank you again for viewing, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye bye.